Good evening or good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Sports Report is on the air. Gary Patterson and I are here to bring you up to date on the more or less boring things that have been happening.
Is there anything else going on besides?
Not that you and I are going to talk about.
Yeah, right. It's another show.
Right. So what we're going to do first is our football picks for this week.
Okay.
Week 9.
Week 9.
We'll get these out of the way and we'll swing over to the Red Sox.
Okay.
In what has got to be the worst game ever created by man or beast tonight.
Yeah.
San Francisco at home, 3-point favorite over Oakland.
Yeah, I'm going to take San Francisco.
You know what? So am I. They're tanking Oakland.
They are tanking.
Yeah. Now Sunday, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Minnesota Vikings 5.5 over Detroit. That's at Minneapolis.
Oh, I'll take Minnesota on that one. Yep. Is that a home team? Yeah.
Yeah, me too, but I don't like that.
Yeah, it's a few
5.5 points. That stinks.
I don't know how good Minnesota is yet. I thought they were going to be good. I'm not sure they're as good as I thought.
Yeah. They ain't doing it.
Right.
Now, I think here may be one of the competitors for the best bet of the week. Kansas City, 8.5 over Cleveland in Cleveland.
Oh, gosh. Give me Kansas City.
Yeah. Yeah, hard to bet against that.
And mark it down as my best bet right now.
Okay. And I think I'll go right along with you because Cleveland fired their coach
and their offensive
coordinator.
They're in total disarray.
Yeah. Even worse than the disarray they've been showing.
You know, they were. I thought they were competitive. They couldn't close. They couldn't close games.
They had a
kept
couple of
losing
games there
at the end.
early
But you
on.
know,
Yeah. Baltimore at home, 3 over Pittsburgh.
Oh, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, one of those. I'll take Baltimore.
You're going with Baltimore, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I don't think Baltimore is a good team at all. But
I'm not sure about Pittsburgh either.
I don't love Pittsburgh either, no. Carolina at home, 6.5 over Tampa Bay.
Carolina's been on the upswing. I'm going to go with Carolina.
I'm going with Tampa Bay.
I hate to lay that many points.
Changing quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I hate those points. Miami at home. By the way, except for Kansas City, the favorite in every single game is the home team.
Okay.
On the board. At home, Miami, 3 over the New York Jets.
I'm going to take the Jets.
I'm going to go with Miami for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Other than home field.
Well, that's a reason.
They're going to start Brock.
Yeah. Tannehill's out. Still out. Yep.
And I'm not looking at that as a big problem.
No.
There may be a little inspiration there. Washington at home, 1.5 over Atlanta.
Washington at home, 1.5 over Atlanta? I'll take Washington.
Yeah, me too. And that's my other competitor for the best bet.
That's the best better.
Yeah. Buffalo at home. No, Buffalo's at home. However, Chicago, this game, I got the thing screwed up. This was off the board.
Okay.
And they put it back on the board yesterday.
Okay.
So I got it in the wrong column. Chicago is 10 points favorite over Buffalo in Buffalo.
In Buffalo.
Yeah.
I'll take Buffalo. 10-point underdogs at home. I'm going to take Buffalo.
Well, now the I'm taking Chicago Bears.
Lay those points.
Yeah, it could be 20, and I think I'd
Yeah,
take
it could be.
But Buffalo's got a problem.
They do.
Yeah, the third string quarterback is hurt now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he may not be able to. Peterman there, I think his name
Yeah.
is. He may not be able to play. So they signed some guy off the street. He had been filling potholes for
Really?
the city of. And I don't know.
Well, Shady McCoy better have a big night then.
He better.
Yeah.
Denver at home, 2.5 over Houston.
Oh, Houston's been on the upswing lately.
I know they have. But Denver's probably the toughest place in the league to play.
Yeah, I'm going to take Denver for the elements.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Denver, too.
Houston's been playing well, though.
When are Denver going to wake up and get rid of Elway? He's not really getting the job
not
done.
getting it done.
No. Well, here's another beautiful game, which I don't understand. Seattle at home, 1 point over the LA Chargers.
I'm going to take the Chargers.
You and me both. Now,
Seattle's a tough place to go play, though.
Now, here's another beauty. Now, let me just double check the latest line. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm going to change it for you.
Okay.
It was a pick. Now, New Orleans at home, 2 over Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah. I'm going New Orleans. I don't think the Rams are going undefeated. And this is the week.
I'm with you.
Yeah. That's the 4:25 national game, I think.
Yes.
Right before the Patriots play the Packers.
Yeah, that's the next game.
Yeah.
Patriots at home, 6.5 over Green Bay.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm not even going to blink. I'm putting the Patriots down.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Pats, too.
I think because I want to root for them.
I think there's going to be some points scored in this game. So, when they're scoring a lot of points, you feel better about the 6.5 because, they're
all right,
putting
so
points up all over
I'm going
the
to
place.
get ahead of myself. I got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
In the power ratings for the NFL, the Pats are number 2
Okay.
behind the Rams. Now, was that the same team that played Buffalo last week?
Yeah, I don't know. I think people just, they're living a little bit on reputation there. But they've been playing well, Bill.
Did
they're
they
playing better.
play down?
The offense is...
Or did Buffalo expose some problems that Patriots might have?
I think the Patriots came out with mud in their shoes for a while.
Okay. So I can feel good about this.
Yeah, they ended up covering.
Yeah, they did.
They're 14 and a half.
They sure did.
Yeah.
And we'll end up with Dallas at home, 6 over Tennessee. And you want to talk about 2 disappointing teams.
Yeah. I'm going to see Tennessee the following week.
Yeah.
We're going to the Pats game. Yeah. I'm going to take Dallas at home.
How
many points? 6?
6. Yeah. I really want to play Dallas, but I am so afraid of them. I'm going to play Dallas.
At home,
Yeah. They may not be all they're cracked up to be.
Who?
Dallas.
I don't think they're that good.
Yeah, and Zach Preston had a wonderful beginning to his career.
Yeah.
And now the league is kind of caught up with him, and they know his act. And
That's the way it goes with
Yeah.
those kinds of guys. Play,
But Dallas overspent for that wide receiver.
Yeah.
Number 1 draft choice. Come on. Listen, they're not Super Bowl material. What the heck are they doing?
Yeah.
This doesn't make sense. All right. Quickly. How can the Pats be the number 2 in the power ratings with only 2 running backs? Is this some new strategy that Belichick is using?
No, they got a couple coming back at some point. The regular season is just about building his team and hoping they can get a little better.
Yeah.
But the way the game is now, I mean, where's the great defenses? Chicago is pretty good.
where is the great defenses? Good call. Denver's not great. No.
I mean, it's about putting points up. The Patriots
Minnesota?
can put points up with anybody.
The LA Rams may have the best defense.
They probably do. But even that defense, you know,
Yeah.
if there's a Super Bowl, do I expect the Patriots to be in the mid-30s anyway? Yeah.
Bill Belichick made no moves, no trades.
I was surprised by that, I must
Is
say.
he's playing a pat hand? Does he know more than we do? Well, never mind answering that question.
And at the same time that he was putting Eric Rowe on IR.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think it's those three guys. It's the two running backs and the second-round corner. They drafted a corner in the second round.
Duke Dawson.
Duke Dawson got hurt in camp.
Yep.
Went on IR in camp, so we never really saw him.
We're going to
But
see him
he's
now.
coming back.
That's right.
He's coming back. So,
And what will happen Sunday night? Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers.
they're going to put some points up.
Yeah.
But
I think
so are
too.
we.
Yeah. I
So
think
are we.
too. I think this will be run and
It's
gun.
going to be a shootout.
The Browns fired coach Huey Jackson and coordinator Haley,
Yeah. Both.
Todd Haley. And the owners, Dee and Jimmy, had a conference and decided to do it.
Yeah, I thought the timing was strange.
Greg Williams, the much discussed and disgraced Greg Williams, is now back as the interim coach.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. I don't get it.
Jameis Winston's benched. And Ryan Fitzpatrick is now
Fitz
the
is
number
back.
one quarterback
Yeah.
again. And the Giants are not willing to admit Eli is tailing off in his performance, and he's going to remain the starting quarterback.
Yeah. Well, who else do they have? I think long term it's going to be viewed that even though Saquon Barkley's a great player, the
Yep.
Giants blew it. They had the second pick in the draft.
Yep. And they probably.
They had Eli's successor sitting there.
That's right.
And
That's
they,
right.
And they chose Barkley,
Yep.
who's, again, good player,
No question about
but
that.
they could have had Eli's replacement, and then if
Sonny
they wanted
Michel.
to, they could have traded Eli to, like, Jacksonville.
Yep.
You think Jacksonville, in the end of the preseason, wouldn't have been interested in Eli Manning?
That's right. That's right.
Great team going nowhere because Blake Bortles is middling at best against everybody except the Patriots.
Well, yeah. And you know what? They get a good defense.
They have very good
Yes.
defense. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, do you think, we'll get to the Red Sox next, but
Yeah.
do you think that Belichick, in his little private moments, is chortling over the Nate Solder
Yeah.
stomp off? Go get a lot of money, Nate. And the Giants overpaid to make him the highest paid offensive lineman in the league.
Right.
And I was watching him when the Giants were on TV last week.
Yeah, the week before. I think I remember that game.
And I sat there and watched
I
him.
was watching him too. Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah. Yeah. He was okay. He had some losses though. Some one-on-one losses that he
Yep.
could get Eli killed.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, that move.
It's a
The whole
puzzler.
thing with them locating Trent Brown and plugging him in, he's been a monster.
A monster.
He's been a monster. The guy's huge. He even makes the other offensive linemen look small. He's so big.
He broke to the outside to lead one of their bizarre running plays.
Yeah.
He come up on the D-back, and the D-back
They're
laid
diving.
right down.
Yeah, they don't want nothing to do with him.
Nope.
6'8", 380.
Yep. And he said, I'm not ready to die, and he just flopped right on the ground.
And he can move. He can pull.
He did. He walked over him.
Yeah.
Do you know that vampires eat their burritos sideways?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Who told you that? Taco Bell?
That was on Talk Radio the other day.
Is that right?
Yeah. Obviously, a very erudite show.
Yes, indeed.
The Sunday night crew on ESPN Football of Jason Witten, Booger McFarland and the play-by-play guy, Joe Tessitore, brings new meaning to the word horrible.
Yeah, they're not too good.
Why is Booger sitting in with the fans?
I don't know.
Does he get bad
Is he,
body odors? Or?
I mean, he's always sitting in that chair. He's not in a wheelchair, is he?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't
He's always in that little chair, and I don't know if he's suspended somewhere.
I think he suspends off the back railing of one of the lower levels. Or maybe he is. I don't know, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
He's terrible, and the play-by-play guy, Tessitore. But the worst of them all is Witten.
Yeah, Witten's.
Man, alive.
They were hoping they were getting the next Tony Romo, and not so much.
Not so much. That's right.
Yeah. Because I like Tony. I like Tony Romo. You like Tony Romo?
He's talks too much.
He talks too much,
Yeah.
but he's sharp. He knows.
Oh,
what's
he knows
going on.
football.
He calls the plays at the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
And it happens more.
Should have done this.
More often than
Should have
not.
done that.
He's right.
2 weeks ago, I asked you what the over/under was on Vontaze Burfict when he'd get suspended again.
Yeah.
That Sunday, he picked up $112,000 in fines for illegal hits.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Why he's still in the league, I don't know.
See, he a Mensa member?
I don't know. He's got issues, though.
Boy, he does. Yeah, he does. The World Series TV ratings.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Took a hit, I heard.
A big hit. They were down, let's see, down 25% from last year
Yeah.
and down 40% from the year before.
When it was the Cubs. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was a huge hit, And
Yeah.
I thought they would do better than that.
The
Two
LA
major
Dodgers
markets. Yeah.
and Boston?
You
I don't understand that.
yeah.
Maybe
It
I
should
will
be-
when I grow
They should
up.
be concerned about that because attendance was down this year, too, I believe.
They better be
across
concerned
the
about
board.
it. I'll tell you that, well, I'll get to that in a second. I just have one more off-the-wall thing, and we'll dig into baseball full blast. By the way, now you use men's rooms, correct? While
Correct.
you're on the road and
Yes, I do.
airports and all
Sure.
kinds of things. Have you seen the new Dyson Airblade where you stick both hands down in it?
Yes, I've seen it maybe once or twice, yeah.
That's the best hand dryers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Those are terrific.
I'm trying to remember where I did see those, but yeah.
Into South Station
South
in
Station,
Boston.
yeah.
They're in the men's room. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the South Station in Boston, go in the men's room, wash your hands, and put them down in the Dyson Airblade. It's an experience you won't forget.
Wow.
Great stuff. Americans spend $223 per year on lotteries.
That adds up.
What state is number one?
Per capita, like spending? Oh, I would say, I'm going to guess Florida.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts is number
Now
one.
remember, the national average is 223 per
Yeah.
capita, 763 in Massachusetts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And that adds a lot of money to the Massachusetts Treasury.
It sure does.
What impact is sport wagering going to have when the legislature finally figures out how to craft a law?
Yeah, it's they're going to take their cut. You can be sure of that.
The lottery is going, well, this will probably all be under the aegis of the lottery.
Yeah.
But the lottery itself, the numbers and the scratch tickets, I think going to take a big hit.
They very well may.
Yeah. The only redeeming feature I see with sports betting is I think that lottery tickets and everything is a very regressive form of taxation. Takes from the people that can afford it the least.
Yeah.
But I think that sports betting, I think, is going to be employed guys, smarter guys, guys that got something on the ball. Because let's face it, there's an awful lot to figuring out
Yeah.
who you want to play and all that kind of good stuff. So maybe it won't be as regressive.
I mean, you can do it now if you want to go online and get an account, and
Yep. Right out in
whether it's
Las
an offshore
Vegas.
account or go on and bet the games right now if you
Mm-hmm.
want to. So, I don't know.
I don't either, but
You open an account and you make bets.
that's it. Yeah. I don't understand. Well, I do. The politicians have got to talk this to death.
Of course, like everything else.
Yeah. And, well, no, I can get my brother-in-law a job working on the board of overseers.
Yeah.
God. That was stupid, the fan said. The one that threw the beer can at Mookie Betts and hit the
The trophy. Yeah.
trophy.
Yeah, so they know who it was?
Yeah,
Did they
Patrick
arrest him?
Conley, 19 years old, from Sandwich.
So
19, in possession of a full can of beer. How do you
Yeah.
do that? You got to be 21 to buy beer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you know, that old saying, that it's a shame that youth is wasted on the young.
Yeah,
A moment like that, and this moron does that.
yeah.
And you know what? I
My
can tell
reaction
you.
was it's just so Boston.
Yeah, I can tell
It's
you
just so Boston.
what's going to happen.
It was an unopened beer, right?
Yeah.
He was trying to.
Yeah.
He claims he thought he was throwing it to Mookie.
Yeah, right.
It's so Boston.
He's going to go, and he's going to go before a judge, and the judge is going to say, "No, that was bad.
Yeah.
You know it was bad. I can see remorse all over your face.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ruin your life by pounding you with some draconian punishment. I want you to be a good boy for the next 12 months, so I'm putting you on probation.
Yeah.
I want you to report to a probation officer every couple of months and tell them the good things you're doing in your life. Goodbye. Be gone."
Yeah.
How the hell are misfits going to ever learn that there is a penalty for being stupid?
Yeah. Well, it needs to be. I mean, there were a lot of little kids up on those floats.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, one of them takes that thing off the head.
Or pregnant ladies.
Yeah. Or pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Ah,
the trophy can be fixed, right?
that's right.
He's
But a
lucky
person
it hit the
can't.
trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the players had their kids up there.
Yeah.
There's a ton of them.
I don't know. Anyway, so what did you think of the Sox?
Phenomenal. I mean, what can you say? It was the greatest season ever as a Red Sox fan.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
I mean, 108 wins. They would have actually had more, except they took the last 2 weeks off.
Did
And-
a little coasting.
And then they just rolled through the playoffs. I mean, we talked here, and everybody talked everywhere about the bullpen, the bullpen, the bullpen. The bullpen was fabulous. Now, Cora pieced it together with the starters, and really,
Now-
he just had the Midas touch. He could do no matter what move he made.
Now listen now.
It worked.
If you go home and grab the wild turkey and start gargling with it, I don't want to be held responsible for
Right.
this. But I'm about to say something that'll send you to the wild turkey. I want the Red Sox to re-sign Joe Kelly. I never thought I would say that.
Well, I do too, but we'll see.
We'll
There's
see.
going to be a price tag attached, right?
We're going to go one by one with these guys and figure it out.
They got some tough decisions
They
tonight.
certainly do. But before we get to those tough decisions,
Do you think don't you think they were hoping that Price would opt out? I think they were.
I think they were. Yes, because they're businessmen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got, whatever they got, 4 more years
Yeah,
at
and
31.
they can go back on the free agent
32.
market and get somebody as
Yeah.
good as him, if not better,
I don't
for
think
less
there
money.
was ever a chance of that happening.
Never.
The question is, what if things hadn't ended well?
would have, you know what?
I think he still
He
would
would
have
have said,
opted in.
money is money.
He would have opted in to trade me.
Yeah,
And if they're willing to eat some money, they actually could trade him.
I think they could, yeah.
Yeah, they have to eat a little money.
Yeah.
But move him off at 25 a year, they could do that.
You think?
Yeah,
I wouldn't take him at 25.
that's the price of a number 2 starter now. A free market number 2 starter, 25 million.
I gotta start rejiggering my finances so that we can afford one of those.
So, you know, the top guys are right where he is.
Yeah.
32, 33. Scherzer's up there, I think it is. And Hershire has an option, and he hasn't opted in yet. They extended
By
the
the
time.
way,
But that's for 32.
let me ask you, would you sign Clayton Kershaw?
Depends on the terms. You know, he's definitely lost velocity.
And
used to
he's got
throw.
a herky-jerky motion,
Yeah,
and he's got a big curveball,
which he can drop.
and
on
he's
a dime.
got
can-
long hair. Other than that, I can't think of another redeeming feature he has.
That curveball. I mean, he can drop that thing on a dime. He throws with probably the most control of anybody with a ball that breaks that much. You know,
He does.
and
No, there's no doubt about that.
that's a pitch that you can know it's coming and you still can't hit it.
That's a tough one. That is like knuckleballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that's coming, but what the heck are you going to do with it?
So I think, you know, Hershey's is going to, I mean, I think he's going to,
Kershaw.
Kershaw is going to opt back in, I think. But
Oh, yes. There, he won't take a chance.
I don't know. He's only got 2 years left, right?
Yeah.
So he's got 64 million guaranteed. Would he get more than that even if it was 3 years?
Would you gamble 64 million for 80 million? I don't think I'd do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I don't. I can't see me doing that.
And, you know,
A bird in the
that's
hand.
that's his team, right? He's been
Been there.
I think he's going to opt
I think
back
so
in
too.
as well.
I think it'd be crazy not to.
I think they may be talking to him about, okay, he can opt in, but we want another year tacked on. Give us another year at 34. And they don't have to do it.
They don't have to do it. You're right. No, but he might not be happy.
It's like Sale. The Red Sox exercise his option, and I would leave it right there if I were them.
And they will. They will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to let Sale go to the end of next year.
That's right.
So yes, if he's fine and he has a great year, yeah, he's going to be a
If he gets
free
on
agent. But you can't lock up.
if he gets on some exercise regimen that really strengthens that shoulder, and that's the magic that we need to get him
Yeah.
back, then we can talk turkey.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, throughout his early career, he didn't break down at the end of the year. It's
Right.
been the last 2 years.
Right, right. But
So-
of course, 6'6" and 180. I mean, he's a string
Yeah,
bean.
he is a string bean with that motion. And I remember when he first came on the scene for the White Sox, that was the talking point on him was, will he last with that motion and release? It's a violent release.
I actually asked myself one day, how many years will it be before his arm flies right off
Yeah.
and lands right on the grass? Yeah. Rest in peace.
Got him for another year at 15. Let's just
That's
go
it.
run with it.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Jim Taylor. Football,
Yeah.
great.
Football great.
Green
yeah.
Bay Packers, he could run, he could block, and he could catch the ball out of the backfield.
Yes, he could.
Terrific football player, 83. George Tolliver, first black ever drafted in the NFL. He was a great all-around athlete. The Rams drafted him. 91. He passed away.
Good run.
Willie McCovey,
Yeah, I saw that.
80.
Yeah.
Great hitter.
I loved Willie McCovey back in the day. Didn't
Be-
see him much,
Yeah.
but we'd see him on TV
Yeah.
occasionally.
Yeah.
But
Bill?
you knew who he was.
I knew, yeah. And you knew it well.
Yeah.
Bill Fisher, age 88, pitching coach,
Yeah.
coach for the Red Sox. And I'll never forget, they would talk about Bill Fisher and his approach.
Yeah.
That first ball better be a strike.
Yeah.
That was
remember
it.
Bill, yeah.
That was the cardinal rule.
Yeah.
Lyndon Crow,
Lyndon.
85 years old, defensive back. We saw him with the New York Giants.
Okay.
And in the greatest game ever played, the Baltimore Colt Giants overtime,
Yep.
Lyndon Crow intercepted 3 passes in that
He
game.
had 3 interceptions.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. He had
That's
41.
an iconic game.
Yep. He had 41 lifetime interceptions over a 10-year career.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah. He was a good football player.
Yeah, it sounds like
and
it.
he was a great running back in college. This one here is really something. Leicester City in the Premier League soccer in England won the Premier League championship 3 years ago.
Yeah.
2016. 5,000 to 1 underdog. Longest shot on the board.
Wow.
And this billionaire from Thailand had bought the team. Spent a lot of money, got some players, and they won. 5,000 to 1.
Wow. Yeah.
They had one guy on TV that bet 10 pounds on it.
Yeah.
50 grand. Not too shabby. 60 years old. I will not try to pronounce his name. It's got 25 letters in it, I swear. But he made his money in Thailand with a chain of duty-free stores.
Duty-free stores.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, all over Thailand.
Huh.
And 60 years old,
Wow.
and his helicopter crashed in the parking lot and burned at Leicester Stadium.
Wow. That's a tough way to go.
Kind of tough way to go, is right.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Now it's Red Sox time.
Okay.
I got USA Sports Weekly today, or last week. Of the writers, 6 of them picked the Red Sox and 1 picked the Dodgers.
Okay.
Nobody picked 7 games. 3 guys said 5 games and 3 guys said 6 games.
Really? Well, I said 6. My wife said 5.
Well, she's sharper than us.
Yeah, she's sharper than us. She nailed it. Said they'd win 1 game in L.A.
Yep.
Sox in 5. That's like.
And that game was a Pyrrhic victory for the Red
Yeah.
Sox.
Took them
was.
18 innings to get 1
That's
game.
right.
Yeah.
Um,
That was an unbelievable game.
It
I
was.
stayed up for the whole thing.
Oh,
3:30 in the morning.
so did my son Patrick.
yeah, I just, and then I couldn't. I had a 10 o'clock appointment the next day too up there, and
Yeah, I had one of those.
then I had trouble
ones.
sleeping. I didn't, it was just it's the World Series.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
those games, when they get like that, I have to go to bed. If the Red Sox are ahead, say they're ahead 6-3,
Yeah.
the 8th inning. Okay, that's it. I'm going to go to bed. If they win, which they should, I don't need to see it. And if they lose, I don't want to see it because I won't be able to get to sleep.
You have faith in Kimball?
Oh, boy. Any thoughts on Whitey Bulger passing from the scene?
He got what he deserved. What can we say?
I think that is just about what everybody says.
Yeah. Sounds like it was pretty gruesome,
But how does he get transferred to a prison and put in the general population?
well, that's the real story behind the story.
That is.
He was in isolation down in Florida, was it?
Florida, and
And
they sent him out to Oklahoma, and then he ends up in West Virginia
yeah,
in a crummy prison.
yeah, and he's left where he can be gotten at.
Yeah, and they
So
they
yeah, I
got
don't
at him.
think we've heard the last of it.
No, I don't think so either.
There's probably enough there for Howie Carr to live off for another couple of years.
Absolutely. Any thoughts on the Pittsburgh synagogue shooting?
What can you say? It's a horrible
You
tragedy.
can't. It's
It's a horrible tragedy.
and these guys that attacking churches and schools are most vulnerable
Yeah.
targets, as it were. Bad people, bad people.
Yeah.
I don't have anything more intelligent than that to say. So, question. Are the Red Sox that great?
Oh, they're pretty good. They're pretty good, especially when the bullpen pitches like they pitch. That lineup is good. They They generate. They can hit home runs like we saw in the last couple of games, but they can. I thought that was one of the biggest differences, certainly with when they played the Yankees, and I thought when they played the Dodgers. The Red Sox know how to manufacture runs. You know, they don't have to hit it out of the park, and
They play D.
they play very good D overall.
Yeah.
Overall, very good. That
they-
outfield, best in baseball.
You don't see them making mental errors.
No.
Yes, there was a few during the season, no doubt about it.
Oh yeah,
But generally speaking,
they took care of business.
they took care of business.
Yeah.
And they run the bases well.
Extremely well. Mookie
Yep.
Betts, I think, is the best base runner in baseball.
I
Even
think
though
he's
he had he struggled in the postseason, but
He's the best player in baseball.
yeah,
Yeah,
he probably is.
I think so.
And he
Yeah.
added in the defense, and
I can't think of anybody I would trade
no,
for him.
no.
That'd be a tough one.
But he's also going to be. You got him for 2 more years.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to stop paying him next year.
You have to start paying
Yeah.
him, but you have him under control for 2 more
Yeah.
seasons. And then you're looking at
Yeah.
40 million a year.
Yeah, he's worth it. I mean, look, nobody's worth it. But compared to what they're, as far as the scale is concerned, what other guys are getting,
Right.
yeah, that Mookie
But you know,
deserves to be
when
there.
you start thinking about the other people that you may or may not be able to sign, which I'm sure we're going to talk about shortly, Mookie needs to be foremost in the thought that you want to keep Mookie,
That's right.
and it's going to be 40.
And he wants to be the cornerstone that
Right.
we build around.
Right.
Um,
I mean,
if
you could be looking at an 8-year, $320 million contract.
if JD decides to opt out next year, right?
I'm not sure if it's next year or the year after. It might be the year after.
I wouldn't be heartbroken. I obviously it would create a problem,
Right.
but I would be heartbroken if anything happened to Mookie.
Yeah.
That would be. Are the Dodgers that much weaker than the Red Sox?
I think they are.
There's holes in that team.
I think there's holes in those teams, and those players are not as well-rounded as the Red Sox players.
they
They're
don't
not.
play with the
Their
professionalism
defense
or
is
the
nowhere
intensity.
close to, their defense is nowhere close to the Red Sox
Yeah.
defense. They got some good defensive players, but when you look at the Sox overall defensively, I don't think anybody's better than them.
The leadership on the Red Sox.
Cora had a magic year, right?
Boy, and I'll tell you,
How's he followed up?
more of the same,
Yeah.
I guess.
It's your
But-
first year, and you set a franchise record, and then just blow through the playoffs.
That's it. I mean, that's like Grant took Richmond.
Yep.
Is the American League that much better than the National League?
I think so. Right now, I think
Yeah,
it is
I
because of
agree.
the top 4 teams.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when are we going to stop the screwing around and either have the designated hitter in both leagues or do away
Yeah.
with the designated hitter?
I don't know. It's constant debate.
And the president of baseball has got to step up and say, look, you clowns,
Yeah.
I'm going to take you in a room and we're going to stay in there until we have an agreement. And you're not coming out. You're going to be on bread and water
Right.
until we
So-
make this decision.
Yeah, and it's always a legitimate discussion.
It
right?
is.
I mean, there's no question that playing the National League style adds
What's that?
strategy. It
Makes
adds,
you think.
You get, it makes you think very carefully about who's on your bench and how you use them, and double switches and all that stuff.
And the American League, it's some guy by the name of Oog that walks up to the plate
Right.
with a huge bat and swings
But
as hard as he
because-
can.
At the age for the pitcher, there's more offense, which is kind of what they want, right? They want more offense. All sports want more offense. They wanna-
And I've been reflecting on this. I would like to see him go back to traditional baseball, but there's a hell of a wear and tear factor on pitchers when they get on the base paths. And the managers, I think it was, who the devil was up? Was it Porcello? No. Eduardo Rodriguez.
Yeah. You hit by the pitch. Yeah.
And Cora told them, do not swing.
Right.
And do not run to first base. I don't want you on the base paths.
Yeah.
And don't swing because you're liable to hurt your hand. So what's he do?
He gets hit by a pitch, of all things. Yeah, I agree with Cora because Erod, he breaks easy.
Yeah. That's right. I got a boo-boo.
He breaks easy.
Yep. So if that's the case, why don't we just take the pitchers out of the equation and go with the DH?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, another thing I want Major League Baseball to think about is I think hockey, football, basketball have the right idea. Let's carry an extra 3 players. Dress 25, but carry 28 on the Major League roster. And you can mix them and match them every night.
Right.
Yeah. And that means you don't have to call up a relief pitcher or a starting pitcher from Pawtucket when one guy goes too many innings or something.
The guy doesn't have an option.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. It just seems to me that that's probably too sensible for them to do.
And you can dress 25.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're right. Every other sport does that.
Sure.
Yeah.
How long would it take you to dump Puig, the right fielder? I can't even think of his first name.
Well,
Yasabulu.
Yeah. Overall, I'd say he's been a disappointment in his career, but
I love that.
He has some talent.
He does have some talent.
And he has a flair for the dramatic.
He can hit a home run.
Yeah.
He can hit it a mile away.
Yeah.
But did you see the close-up, the isolation on him running out that ground ball in the infield? He stopped, I swear he stopped twice on the way to first base.
Yeah. A lot of players do that now, though.
Yeah.
But he's, I kind of like the guy.
Yeah, but
he's okay defensively. He doesn't get there. There's a fly ball he should have gotten to.
Yeah.
So it is generous. So I don't know. He's got power, and he does have a flair for the dramatic.
Yeah. But if you're getting paid millions of dollars and you can't run out ground balls, I'm going to hit you right in the head with the bat. Jeepers creepers, that drives me nuts.
How about Benintendi not running out that ball that should have been a double?
I know.
So he dumped it over the shortstop.
Yep, I know. And the same thing I'd say to him, too.
Yeah.
Aren't I paying you?
I'm sure Cora told him.
Oh, I'm sure he did, too.
You need to be on second base in that
That's
play.
right. You could have cost us big time, son.
And on the replay, it was like, he just went lollygagging out of the box.
Is Manny Machado a dirty player?
Yes.
Yes, indeed. You're absolutely right. Did you see Steve Lyons after the game?
I heard it. I heard it the next day.
Yeah.
Say,
man,
that doesn't happen.
He is
over the
a
course
dirty
of an
player.
Right.
Dirtiest player in Major League Baseball. Well, I think Steve might have been going a little off the deep end. Little psycho came out there. But boy, he said it. And it needed saying.
Yeah, I mean, stepping on a guy at first, that
is bad.
For a professional player, that just doesn't happen.
No. Listen.
And I heard Lyons say, I went through my whole career. I never stepped on a first baseman.
You get a plate that's this wide. All right? All the players have no problem landing here. He has to come over here so he can step on the guy's foot.
Yeah.
And that is just low rent. I hope Sale drills him next year.
And, the reality is, you can say that he's probably the guy that ended
Pedroia's career.
Yeah.
That was a dirty play.
It was.
I don't care what anybody says. Right. That foot went up.
The foot went up.
Right in.
Yep.
All right.
You step on a guy's foot like that with the Achilles tendon right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just...
And not only that, but that ankle.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys, they pull a ligament in an ankle or something. It's 6 weeks out or something. Jeepers creepers.
Still going to make a fortune.
And you know what?
I think he's going to the Yankees.
He's going to make a fortune. That's right. He doesn't need to do that kind of stuff.
I think he goes to the Yankees, and they tell him he can play short till Didi comes back, and Didi's not coming back till the second half of the year.
That's right. Yeah. And who knows? Didi comes back, and by then they may have decided to go a little different route.
Yeah.
Didi may get to play and go.
Did you know the Yankees' payroll was $30 million less than it was last year?
That's right. Yeah.
Their payroll was $166 million this year.
They are doing a fantastic job of staying under the luxury tax. Now, I think this may be the year where they spend a few bucks.
Yeah.
Possible 2019 Red Sox losses. Craig Kimbrell.
Yeah, he's going to go to market, see what happens. I mean, he's on the books right now at 13. So if he wanted to come back at that for a couple of years, I think he's gone though.
I think so too.
Someone's going to overpay him.
Yep. And Cafaro had a note in his column that the Atlanta Braves would welcome him back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if that's the case, I'm not going to overpay for Craig Kimbrell.
No.
Nathan Eovaldi.
Love to keep him, but I don't know.
I don't see how the hell we can afford it.
I think somebody's going to give him $5 and $120, 24 a year. They're going to.
Sad to say, it may go higher than that.
It may go higher than that. It may go higher than that.
Man, I'll tell you.
He's had 3 elbow operations,
Yep.
3 arm operations, 2 Tommy Johns.
Yep.
But he's back from it. He was unbelievable. He's throwing 101. He's pitching every day.
He's
crying out
loved
loud.
by his teammates.
Yeah. So he's going to be a tough one. I could see the Yankees making a run at him too.
Oh yeah. Now, I can see the Red Sox. I don't know what they can do to free up some money, but boy, I can see them going nuts trying to keep him.
Yeah.
And for a guy with that arm.
Yeah.
I
So I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the market. Certainly, if I was advising him, I'd say, who knows what the market's going to do? Are they afraid of your arm breaking down again? Or, but you're there. You got to go to market, right?
Oh, I definitely.
And maybe maybe you come back to Boston. So I think if they want to keep him, they're going to need to probably trade Porcello, which I think they could do. I think you could trade Rick Porcello.
Definitely.
And it's $21 million.
You bet.
And get something in return.
Really get something.
Yeah.
Yes, Porcello.
Absolutely.
And he's a guy that I'd like to re-sign.
For a majority of teams in baseball, he's a number 2 starter for sure.
Yes.
And so, his money at 21 is not
And guess what?
overpaying for a number 2 anymore.
He's 29.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like the guy.
Yep.
But I think it comes down to you can have him or Eovaldi for the next 4 years. Who do you want? Now Porcello's, I think.
You could extend Porcello. I
You
think
could.
Porcello likes it here.
Yep.
Well, I think Porcello would be good to be over in the National League. He can hit and he
Yep.
can run.
Right.
He's the fastest guy on the Red Sox.
Yeah.
That's what they confidentially have said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Clay Buchholz used to be.
Yeah.
Clay Buchholz, who's a free agent, by the way.
Yeah.
34 years old.
I think he's going to re-sign out there.
Yeah.
Joe Kelly.
Yeah, again,
Yeah, I wonder how much
what I
money
love
there
the-
is in John Henry's under his blanket, under his
well, look,
mattress.
you got $22 million coming off for Hanley,
Yep.
right? But I checked. They're still paying Pablo next year.
Oh,
$18 million for Pablo. You're paying Pedroia $15. The only good news of Pedroia is his money's starting to come down. He made $16 this year. You paid him $16. $15 next year, $14, $12. So you still got 3 years left on
if you
Pedroia.
bought Pedroia out, does that come off the luxury tax?
I don't know. There is something there, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who they're still paying $2 million a year to?
Yeah, I did know.
Manny Ramirez.
Manny Ramirez.
They got
Yeah.
like another couple of years. Paid him $2 million this year.
He'll
they paid
never
him
go away.
$2 million next year, deferred payments.
Oh. We're going to find a way to pay Kelly.
Yeah, but the question is, what's that number going to be? It's going to be 3 years.
15 or 16 mil a year.
Yeah. 5. So, yeah. So unless you're going to sign him, unless you're saying Kimbrel's leaving and Joe Kelly's our new closer. So,
I can see that scenario.
So the question is, do you believe that Kelly just found the fountain of youth and the great secret? He found the great secret this offseason. And the Joe Kelly we saw in the last month is the Joe Kelly we're going to see forward going. If you believe that, you're more than happy to pay him $15
And he puts on, in spring training, he puts on a Joker Batman costume and comes out and says, guess who I am?
So in April and May, he was fantastic.
I know.
And then from then until the end of the year, he stunk to the point that down the stretch, Cora wasn't even going anywhere near him.
And then,
because he'd come in, he'd walk somebody down. He went that whole playoff run.
Yeah.
What was he in, 11 games or something? 0 walks.
I know it.
0 walks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Unbelievable.
so are you signing that guy, or are you signing Mr. Inconsistency?
Yeah.
And I think we just saw the career month of his life. He's never going to have another month like that.
We did. But I hate to see him walk.
I do too.
Yeah.
You know, if he and Kimbrel are walking, you got problems back there.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll give you 2 names real quick. Ian Kinsler and Drew Pomerantz.
Both
They're
free
both gone.
agents. Yeah.
Both gone. Steve Pierce.
Steve Pierce, I think you can work something out with him.
I'd like to think so.
A Moreland contract, 2 years, 15.
Yeah.
But if it's any more than that, I'd say thanks. It was great.
Thanks. It was great having you.
See you later.
And
Yeah.
if you can think you can get more,
Yeah.
God bless you, son.
Yeah.
But
There's other Steve Pierce type players.
there are, but he rose to the occasion.
Well, he's like Dave Roberts. He'll always have a place here.
Yeah.
Right?
Kinsler wants to play.
It's not going to
And
be here.
I think they've told him, you helped us and thanks a lot, but you're not in the plans. Drew
You know,
Pomerantz.
second base is a problem, though, right? I mean, do you think you're actually going to get anything out of Pedroia?
No, absolutely not. I've written him off.
So,
If we get something, it's going to be the greatest plus in the world.
right. So is Brock Holt your everyday second baseman?
Oh, boy.
Or does it make sense to bring Kinsler back on a 1-year for
Defensively,
you know, Kinsley, you say go out to market, see what you get, right?
yeah,
But
if he comes
if it's
back.
the end of February and he hasn't signed anywhere, and you know, 1 year, $4 million,
I was going to say $3.5 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you sign him? Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, look, he
'Cause
can
he's the guy-
field
right.
and he can run.
Right. And if he stays healthy, he's a guy you can always deal at the trade deadline. Right.
Amen. So 2020 rears its ugly head.
Yeah.
Sale, Porcello, Bogarts, Moreland, and Holt.
Right.
That's a tough lineup.
Okay, so we'll be ready to say goodbye to Moreland.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Sale, I don't know. We'll see. Talk to me in a
His
year.
health will decide that. Porcello, I'd love to find a way to keep.
Right.
Maybe we can't afford him.
Yeah. So if you're not going to keep him, trade him
Yep.
this offseason.
Bogey?
Bogey and Bradley are both Scott Boras clients. Enough said.
Yep. And
They're
Holt.
going to market.
Holt.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
He's
We'll see.
helpful. He goes in there, does a good job. He works hard.
they didn't have to overcommit. Maybe.
You know, I got the whole
One.
report card. We're going to have to do that next time.
Okay. Yeah. I saw it. It was,
Strange.
yeah.
This is Master O'Donato. He's a kid.
Yeah.
And he gave everybody swell marks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a, yeah.
One thing. Kelly and Pierce expressed desire to stay in Boston. Asked if he thought about free agency, Kelly said, not at all. Hell no. I love this group of guys who want to stay right here. We have a great team. And our young guys, our older guys, we mesh so well. I'd like to do this thing all over again.
Good.
Now, the Red Sox have opened up as the favorite for the World Series next year, 13-2.
13-2.
And have you ever seen a worse picture in all your life? He looks like he is about set to die, getting a man hug.
Yeah, the man hug with Ron Bobrowski and John Henry. Yes.
Yeah. Folks,
Yeah.
I think it was in yesterday's Globe. Yeah. If you ever get a chance to take a peek at yesterday's Globe, the sports section, you want to see the most uncomfortable man in the world. Take a look at John Henry in that picture. That's great. Well, we have plenty of stuff to get going on next time.
Okay.
And we're going to have to talk about the Celtics and the Bruins.
Yes, yeah, lots to talk about there too.
So,
They didn't make the cut today.
nope. With good reason.
With good reason.
Yeah. I had some football stuff here, but we
Well, we made the all
never
important
got
picks.
there. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. You have our promise. A couple of weeks, we're going to do it again. So, please don't worry. We'll be back.
Yep. See you then.
See you then is right. Good night.